Hello, trading is closed on November 16th, 2021. Here's my disclaimer. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, November 17th, but it's my plan. I can be wrong. Any trade should be at your own risk. Made a few predictions. We looked for the pattern with the early high, the late low. We said it tended to be a negative pattern, but recently, many of these days have turned out to be positive. Here's what we said. We also said we had to overcome yesterday's high promptly or lower prices should be seen, and we did. Here's the high from yesterday. We overcame it promptly, so that's what we had to do to prevent lower prices from printing. Tomorrow's pattern should also have the early high. There is a slightly lower MEJT target, 46.9928, and if we don't gap up smartly, it should print, but don't forget that's not far from here, and there's support under the price. During the day, MEJT said this drop was false and wouldn't stick. Said all these squiggles in the afternoon were false and wouldn't stick. But right from the early morning, all this time up, it gave us a target of 46.9928. Came within a small fraction of that price, but it's not within the tolerance of the system, and so it's still on target to print tomorrow. As always, we gap up smartly. Price should still print, but the time is off the table. But if we don't, that's my target. The general idea here is we have a temporary top here. I was looking for a pullback more than we've seen, followed by a resumption of the move up. We've now almost completely retraced all this pullback, and the question is that all we're going to see? Well, let's see how we count the wave here, starting from here. No matter how high we go, it's always possible to count this as an ABC with good fibs all the way across. Just because this count works doesn't mean other counts won't. But if we do drop from here, you can explain it. Now here's a stilt, here's half a diamond, and that's enough. We're now forming the right stilt. Now the pattern doesn't have to go to completion. If we do complete the diamond on stilts, the origin of the left stilt is support resistance. So if we do drop at the open, which isn't guaranteed, and that support holds, could go up higher. And if we challenge it again, it should break in grand style. But if, for example, we promptly trade under this level and it holds as resistance, that could be up for this recovery. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to see if that happens. Now we had an all-day rally, gave it all back, and we really came back to the early morning prints. We had all these higher highs, closed under all these highs, and even under the lows, and that's not healthy. If we don't recover this fast, we should see lower prices. That isn't a guarantee of a lower close. The critical thing is going to be if we start to drop at the open, if that happens. And if we undercut this level and it holds, because that could mark the end of the up move. Otherwise, this has been pretty strong, and if this holds the support, even though I think we're going to reverse at some point, I don't have anything saying it has to be tomorrow. It would make a lot clearer picture for me. We gapped under this and held, but I have no guarantee that's going to happen. Tomorrow has the early high. There's a slightly lower target. There's a possibility of completing the diamond on stilts. And if we do, whether or not support resistance holds, I believe will determine what happens the rest of the day. And that's today's call.